So we get our chisels and we just put it all up on the stone and do slight taps as we go along and follow the V all the way around.
He wants to keep a nice rhythm, but keep the lines. Each time he hits that chisel, make a line in the stone. And you can tell each carver's hand, it's almost like a fingerprint with the how they tap the chisel and how they leave their lines. Some keep very tight, fine lines, and some are a little farther apart.
And you want to hop around each piece so you get even with the letters and depth and all that good stuff.
Right, so it's all about pressure on the stone.
Correct.
If we put pressure on the back side, it'll pop it off.
Correct. This one has an angled chisel so we can keep the line going as we keep going, and we don't also hit the other side of our piece as we work along so we don't damage it. And this one's a small chisel so we can get in here and do fine detailed work as we go along without having to worry about anything else getting interrupted. This one is a big one, so this one helps us get our squared up ends as we go. You can get in these corners and straighten them up, and then you walk it, and then you do that a few times, and then you'll get a nice sharp corner as you work. Or you can also use this so you can make it easier for rounding fingers because it's a bigger surface. It'll get everywhere, you know?
When we start taking the background down, we start with a 4-point dabber. This is going to start removing the stone really fast. Not a lot of control though. We bring it down to a 9-point dabber. Bigger surface area, try and keep things flatter, smoother, a little more control. We next go to a ring dabber. The ring dabber is going to take away the sharp stuns that our points are going to give us and smooth out our surface. Once we get it down to our desired depth, we switch to our edge chisel. This is where we're going to get our smoothing process, and how we work on that is our chisel is very small to this big area. So we work in a grid pattern. We crisscross, parallel and horizontal, and back and forth to keep it smooth. Once we start getting a bigger area here now, we can go to a wider chisel and try and keep our smooth flat area as flat as we can. Once we get into a finishing process, we use the bush chisel. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 6-blade bush chisel. It's going to hit fine lines and clean up. This is where we put our signature on it by keeping our lines either tight or loose, however one desires. We always try and keep them. You want to keep them straight. So the way to do that is to keep them going in your shortest distance. So up and down here is shorter than trying to keep it on this long run. So you may walk a line crooked. So we want to just keep it short and they'll keep nice and straight. You can pick that up in the sun if you go to the cemetery and you look at all the stones and you'll see those little lines coming through.